Ladies and gentlemen, in the land where elections are less about the ballot and more about the ballot, choreographed with military precision and a side of constitutional gymnastics, Zimbabwe piloted into 2023 with one goal: to transform democracy into a tragicomedy so wild even Netflix wouldn't greenlight the script. What began as a so-called general election soon unraveled into a soap opera where ballots vanished faster than civil servants' salaries, and where the referee, yes, the one paid to blow the whistle, is now allegedly running for her life. And who is at the center of this swirling political cyclone? None other than Priscilla Makanyara Chigumba, chairperson of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, now reportedly hiding in the land of biltong and braais, not as a tourist but as an asylum seeker. Yes, according to unconfirmed but persistent whispers from army insiders and diplomatic sources, Chigumba has allegedly applied for political asylum in South Africa. Her reason? Alleged fear of political retribution over sensitive information she may hold. It's the kind of plot twist that makes Hollywood jealous and ZEC press officers nervous. Let's pause here. This entire story is based on leaks and insider chatter, not official statements. No government memo has confirmed it. No ZEC briefing has denied it. But the silence is louder than a campaign track in Highfields. The claim is that about 2 weeks ago, her asylum application quietly slid into the inboxes at the South Africa's Department of Home Affairs. On that document, again allegedly, she cited fear of retaliation due to upcoming disclosures. The timing couldn't be more suspicious. Just days earlier, ZEC reportedly refused to surrender the original V11 forms to the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, who are said to be knee-deep in a forensic audit of the election that won hearts, minds, and mysteriously relocated ballot boxes. And now, the whispers say Chigumba may already be nestled somewhere in Johannesburg, possibly under diplomatic cover, possibly sipping rooibos with a lawyer and a very nervous conscience. Her escape, if true, would be more than ironic. It would be poetic. Because when the woman entrusted to oversee the people's vote flees the very people she served, that's not democracy. That's a demolition job in heels. This chaos didn't just emerge from nowhere. From 2023 into early 2024, Zimbabwe's political theater turned into a full-blown farce. The nation held what it boldly called by-elections. But in reality, they were more of a political clearance sale. Several Triple C MPs who had been lawfully elected in 2023 were banned from recontesting under their own party. You heard that right. Elected leaders, stripped of their banners like expired stock, were removed from the game by a mysterious hand named Sengezo, who walked in with all the legitimacy of a WhatsApp admin and all the impact of a wrecking ball. The result? ZANU-PF didn't win seats. They inherited them by default. And when the opposition is sliced into 3 pieces and forced to wrestle with its own shadows, what you get isn't democracy. It's a slaughterhouse with a ballot box in the corner for decoration. The voters didn't matter. The courts danced the legitimacy limbo. And the ruling party waltzed into parliament like they owned it. Because they do now. Triple C scrambled. They filed agent court papers, clung to constitutional threads, and begged for to remember what the law looks like. But as usual, Zimbabwe's legal system performed its signature move, the Disappearing Act. Judges played hot potato with the case files while Parliament kept rolling out the red carpets for Songezo's fraudulent recall letters. Meanwhile, SADC, usually quieter than a ZESA or ESCOM switchboard during load shedding, issued its trademark cough and shuffle. Concerning development, they said, translation, you are on your own. By early 2024, over 30 CCC MPs had been yanked from Parliament, not by voters, not by internal party processes, but by one man and a forged pen of sabotage, blessed by a complicit speaker and nodded through by ZEC. Yes, the very ZEC allegedly chaired by our now missing Madam Chigumba. What Parliament became after that can't be called representative. It was a 2/3 majority acquired through eviction, not election. An echo chamber so tight it claps before ZANU-PF speaks. And amid all this, the judiciary stood like a wax statue in a broken museum, blindfolded, hands tied, mouth sealed. Speaker Mdenda and ZEC became gatekeepers of nonsense, treating Sengezo's letters like gospel without asking even the most basic question: who exactly is this man? And so the opposition was neutered, the people were ignored, and Parliament became the ruling party's gold-trimmed footstool. This wasn't clumsiness, this was surgical state capture. The judiciary that was meant to check power instead endorsed it. The legislature that was meant to hold the executive to account now serves its drinks. And the Electoral Commission that was meant to defend your vote is now alleged to be on the run. Or at least one of its key architects is. It's no longer democracy. It's a political Ponzi scheme where the only dividends go to the top shelf of the ZANU-PF cabinet. So what was Chigumba supposed to do? Stay behind and wait for the blame game to pin the entire scandal on a signature? According to military insiders, she's not fleeing justice. She's fleeing becoming the sacrificial lamb. It said she had full access to both public and private ZEC databases, authorized the reconciliation of the controversial V11 forms, and possibly holds damning digital records, internal emails, confidential chats with ministers, even a USB-leveled V11 internal final. If that drive exists, it could collapse the entire post-election facade faster than a CIO cover-up operation. Inside the army, sources claim there's a fury brewing, not because she ran, but because she might take the truth with her. They believe she knows who did what, who tampered, who signed, and where the trail leads. And if she is in talks with legal protection teams across the Limpopo, there's a chance that Zimbabwe's election secrets might end up being aired on international TV, or worse, in a South African courtroom. As the drama unfolds, reports suggest Mnangagwa has convened a secret crisis meeting with his 2028 campaign brain trust, a crack team including cabinet loyalists, propaganda specialists, and 2 digital influencers who think retweets win votes. Their goal? Neutralize the narrative. Maybe say she's ill. Maybe claim she's on study leave. Maybe point fingers at the opposition or invent a Western plot. But the damage may already be done. You don't apply for asylum unless you believe something is coming, and something that scares you more than staying. Meanwhile, ordinary Zimbabweans are doing what they do best, laughing through the trauma. She couldn't count ballots, but she can count threats. Someone posted. Others say she's applying to the UN not for help, but to teach a masterclass on how to disappear before the fire reaches your feet. Youth groups and activists are demanding the release of her alleged asylum request and, more importantly, a comprehensive audit of ZEC. Because if the head of the Electoral Commission runs away, what does that say about the house she was running? So, let's not miss the forest for the USB. This isn't just about Chigumba. It's about a system where the referee runs, the game is rigged, and the audience is forced to cheer anyway. It's about a parliament captured, a judiciary subdued, and a nation held hostage by those who treat elections like a family business and governance like a game show. When the very people entrusted with the sanctity of the vote become fugitives of their own system, we have crossed a line from fiction into farce. Comment below. Should Chigumba be tried as an enabler of rigging or protected as a key whistleblower? Like this video if you believe no one should have to flee to speak the truth. Subscribe to Zimwaves TV, where we don't just tell the story. We unpack the mess, open the closet, and show you every skeleton in alphabetical order. And share this commentary before someone tries to delete it with a court order, a broomstick, or a CIO intern with a faulty USB stick. Zimwaves TV, where the silence of officials becomes the soundtrack of truth.
Chitando migodi mavuta na imuswere unomboriani newe masuka ivure duriripi Julai moyo uri mutengesi Jigananda guva ya kwana inzwa imazita azozese zvigananda kuva kunakagwire kusvikira munangagwa manje soto zvivarisa kazembe unoita nezvei iwe moyo vanhu vati pasi newe munangagwa mukuru wezigananda manje soto zvivarisa zvigananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvigananda kubva kunatagwire kusvikira munangagwa manje soto zvivarisa wiki nero chivayo mari yedu iripi iwe sakupwanya chimukute chiripi George kuva matanga zosa mari yedu isura na vevu kufe matazarirwa zvigananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvigananda kubva kunatagwire kusvikira munangagwa manje soto zvivarisa nyai charumbira wakawandepi iwe mangu jaiwe mari yedu iripi newe mutuli waondora nyika obe ichimuka uri chigananda zvigananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvigananda kubva kunatagwire kusvikira munangagwa manje soto zvivarisa nyaitungwarara uchatizirepi iwe kwande mari yedu iripi garwe mutengesi watitukirei owe memuta mujiba webaranzi zvigananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvigananda kubva kunatagwire kusvikira munangagwa manje soto zvivarisa tatenda mave chinomona wakamira nani vamudenda tinyere upano tino machakaire hanya dziripi zvikananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azo zvese zvikananda kubva kunata kwire kusvikira munangagwa manje manje soto zvivarisa imi vamutsvangwa ivai pangwena newe paradza hauna nechikoro choswe nai matuke muzukuru wapindwa nei chadzamira kusvikariniko zvikananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvikananda kubva kunata kwire kusvikira munangagwa manje manje soto zvivarisa munyaradzi muzukuru wapindwa nei imi vamahiya hatimbokanganwi yubetingirozi uri chigananda futi newe puranisoni muprofita wenyema zvikananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvikananda kubva kunata kwire kusvikira munangagwa manje manje soto zvivarisa masimiremba urigoronyera kambamura chimwe chigananda ziyambi ziyambi matare anani chihendere hauna nyadzi here zvikananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvikananda kubva kunata kwire kusvikira munangagwa manje manje soto zvivarisa zvikananda nguva yakwana inzwa imazita azvo zvese zvikananda kubva kunata kwire kusvikira munangagwa manje manje soto zvivarisa